am here today live in the studio talking about art. Those of you who listen, you know art is my jam. I love the way that art is all around us. I love the way that art comes up from out of us. I love the way that we be here to talk about the thing that motivates me and keeps me going in so many ways, in so many aspects of my life, and that is art. All forms of art, musical art, visual art, theatrical art, literary art, art in public places, art in private places. I mean, I love art. My guest today, I thought she was my cousin, but we looked at the family tree and we don't recognize the name. So my guest today came to me through a very good friend who shares the same birthday as me. Thank you, Miss Paulette Dozier. I love you so much for making this introduction to Edlene Hart. Edlene Hart, who is a entrepreneur. She's an activist. She is a singer. She's a vocalist. She's a band leader. She is a motivator. She's an educator. She has a couple of companies that she has started that work towards promoting the arts here in South Florida, primarily in Boynton Beach, and spreading arts to the children. She has the Soul City Live Arts and Entertainment. She has Soul City Books. Soul City Kids of Fine Art and Preschool. If you've heard of Soul City, well, also she has a group called the Soultastics, which right now has a Pointer Sister tribute concert that they are promoting, and we're going to talk all about the development of that and how she and her friend Brenda, and I believe there's another member because of the Pointer Sisters. They were originally 4, and then they went down to 3. But I remember seeing them in concert on Miami Beach at some banquet hall, some hotel, a long time ago when I was like 8 or 9 years old. My parents took me out with them to this concert, and so the Pointer Sisters were absolutely phenomenal. They're a show-stopping group, and I'm sure this Soultastic's Pointer Sister tribute is also soul-stirring as well. But I have here on the line with me Miss Edlene Hart, the founder of Soultastic, and also co-member of Soultastic, Miss Brenda. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having us. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Happy Saturday.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm so excited that you're here. I know. Yeah, I mean, Boynton Beach is a little bit of a trek. I know you thought you were going to get here live today, but it's up the road. And to be on a Saturday morning, it's so super early.
Yeah.
And then also for I always say for singers and musicians, it's so difficult to get you. It's so difficult to get you guys because you all have gigs that are sometimes late at night. And then Saturday morning, sometimes it's like the only day of the week that you have that you can rest and relax. You know?
So exactly.
Thank you very much for being here with me. I like to start off my talks with this first question that I'd like to ask of each of you, and that is, how did you first discover your love and passion for the arts?
Where do you start?
All right. Well, okay. So I started in church.
Okay.
That's the famous line that most singers say. I started in church when I was 5 years old, singing in the choir and learning harmonies there in the choir and singing solos and reading scripture. So it wasn't entertainment, but it certainly prepared me for my future.
Mm-hmm. And that you were 5 years old when you started?
Yes.
And was it the church that encouraged you, or was it your family that encouraged you?
No, I wanted to.
You wanted to do it?
Yes, I always wanted to be a singer and a teacher.
Okay, all right. And you accomplished both of those goals. Both of those goals.
I certainly did.
Yeah. More tackling life. And yeah. And Brenda, how did you first discover your love and passion for the arts?
My family, we always loved music, and I always loved music. Also, at 5 years old, I wrote my first song with the help of my mom.
Wow.
So I started music. Yeah. So I always wanted to be a singer. I knew it since, like I said, 5 years old. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. And, I was in the church, but was not raised in the church. But I had the, I was fortunate enough to, my grandmother was in the church, and I was baptized with my grandma. And then took it from there, singing in the church here and there, and then outside of the church, singing with bands, secular music, if you want to call it. Yeah, so it was always in my blood.
Mm-hmm. So both of you discovered at the age of 5 that you wanted to sing, and then when did you start taking singing and music seriously, saying that I can really do something with this and move people with this?
Go ahead, Edlene.
I would say around middle school.
Okay.
Because that's when the musical director in my church, his name is John Simmons, and I'm so sorry that I forgot to mention his name in another podcast. But John Simmons was our musical director. He was phenomenal. He played for Stephanie Mills and Whitney Houston and Peggy Blue and so many other artists that were out and infamous at that time. Well, Whitney wasn't infamous at that time, but and he would bring them to the church. I don't think Stephanie came to the church, but the others came. And he would be on tour with them when he wasn't at the church, and I would have talent shows. And he would be all over the world, and my mother would call him, and he said, "Oh, well, I'm in Beijing or whatever." And then he said, "But I'll be there. Give me the date."
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And he would fly in just to come and play for me for that talent show. Now, whether I won or not is a different story. But he saw something in me, and he supported me, and that's where I learned my foundation through the church and how to prepare. And I took it seriously from that point, because that's when I started doing auditions for Mama I Want to Sing and Tap Dance Kid and The Legacy and doing productions. And, every school that I went to, like middle school through high school, it was like the magnet program, the performing arts. Mm-hmm. So we didn't have a performing arts school in Westchester, per se. But you did, right, Brenda?
I did have performing arts in Rancho High School in Brooklyn, but I wanted to go to music and art, and didn't make it because I had a terrible cold that day for my audition in high school, getting into high school, and I was so upset.
But you didn't give up, because here you are.
I did not give up.
Yeah.
I did not give up because, like I said, it's in my blood. I can't see me not singing. Mm-hmm. But, so when I was in middle school, I was in all the talent shows and in high school, and then meeting Colet Dozier.
Yeah.
My last year in high school.
Hey, Colet.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, my twin.
Yeah. So I've known her for 50 years, maybe.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lifelong friendship.
Yeah, very long. Very long friendship. Dear friend.
Yes.
And, so I modeled too. So Colette is a model, and I modeled for her in one of her groups called Fashion Performers. So I used to model and sing and model, all of those things. I just love the arts in that way, writing, songs and having records with different, record companies, Wave Records and Spring.
Oh, it sounds like something just happened here. Sounds like a power outage. Sounds like. I don't know what just happened, but I hope my New York ladies call me back. Soultastic, call me back so we can talk. I do have one of their songs from their tribute show that I can play for you right now, because they do a three-person Pointer Sisters tribute show. And let me
music.
Oh, they're back. Okay, I was about to play one of your tunes.
I'm holding the phone and it just went out, so I'm so sorry.
Okay. I said technology issues. We never know what's gonna happen. We're live, so it's fine.
Expecting unexpected.
Yes, expect the unexpected. So you were saying in New York, you were singing everywhere. You were writing songs. You were singing with bands. You were making albums. You were on doing the work in the studio and live shows. Now, both of you are live performers. But then also there's a thing like studio singers, backup singers. There are singers that don't perform live. What other types of singing work have you done that also intrigued you aside from the live performance?
Gotcha. So, I guess when I was touring in Africa and different places doing gospel music in Europe. And when I came back, I totally changed my direction, and that's where I found the love with like wedding corporate singing, and also I got into jingles, commercials. You know the song "The Folgers"?
Yes.
Cup, the best part of
Waking up, it's Folgers in your cup. Yeah.
You better get it, girl. We're gonna hire you.
Hire me.
You're the best voice.
Yeah, but I remember.
That's my cousin.
That's your jingle?
That I did. Well, I was one of the ladies that did it. Yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes. And so I found the love for doing voiceovers and doing commercials for different banks, like in New Jersey and I guess the tri-state area. I was doing that for a while. And what else did I do? I sang background for Erica Badu, Isaac Hayes, the Delphonics, you know, and I opened up for Tony Bennett.
Okay.
But I always wanted, as much as I love harmony and love singing in the background, I'm a lead singer.
Yes.
So I remember I used to work for Chuck D, you know, Public Enemy.
Chuck D, yeah.
And, he had a girl group. And he opened up the world for me to produce, because I would do my own, I would write my own songs as well, and I used to go into the studio. Some of the tracks I would have Brenda come and sing background, because we've been friends for over, 35 years? 35 years?
Yes, hallelujah.
So she was there when I was an inkling.
Yes, yeah.
Well, in my 20s. She watched me grow up. I watched her kids grow up.
We witness each other, right?
Yeah. Yes, he's my sis. And we just took this journey, and he opened up the producer's door for me, and I was petrified. He flew me out to Ohio to work with the girls that, oh boy, how did I forget what they named it? Total Look and the Style. That was back in the 90s. And I fell in love with it. I absolutely, but that wasn't what I wanted.
Right.
I wanted to be a solo artist. And I would have other people ask me to work with their groups and help groom them. But now, I've changed that, and just, you know, being a music and dance teacher, I do that with the kids. So I use my production for the students, not for adults.
Okay.
But isn't there really a lot of stuff that we do?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Think about it.
Yeah, I tell people, like, you are the lead singer. Yes, that's where you are, and that's what you wanted to do. But there are so many other jobs in music. Like, if you love music, if you love putting the sounds together and creating the experience, there are so many different, there's a plethora of jobs in the music industry that don't necessarily have you being out in the front, but you still are able to use your talents and magnify and make the project happen. So you decided that you wanted to be the lead singer and to be out in front. And you said that happened after you came from Europe, and during the tour there that you changed your direction. What did you find? What were the things that you found that happened in Europe that changed your perspective on your artistic career upon returning?
it was it was like an epiphany, because wherever I used to go, I would always be in the background. If you can believe it, I was the shy one. Even in middle school, I would be in all the productions, like Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yes.
We did that Broadway show. And I was like one of the brothers. So I really never had like the big part. I was always the one in the back. But I noticed through all the history, every time I did something, it was like I was showcased.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't planned. It wasn't anything I was trying to do. That was just the gift, I guess. That
shining through you. Yeah.
Yes. And when I was in Europe, I was one of the choral singers, the Glory Gospel singers. She's awesome. She's out of Harlem. And, oh, Lord, I'm getting old. I can't remember her name right now. But Miss Barnett, I think. Miss Barnett, she has that group. And I ended up being the lead singer. And they don't even have lead singers.
Okay.
But they kept pushing me to be in the front to sing and to carry it. They can hear. And then they wanted, they can hear, right? Oh, Lord have mercy. And then she wanted to push me and do a CD.
Oh, wow. Really pushing
You
you.
would think that was, you see? And I was like, nope. No, I didn't want it. And I didn't want to tour anymore.
Okay.
So I learned that even though you can do so many things, what rings true for you.
Very true.
Yes, I can be a singer. And I learned that even though when I was working with the Puff Daddy crew back in the day with Heavy D, Andre Harrell.
Yes.
I even touched a little bit with Teddy Riley. It wasn't him per se, but his friend Champ. We would do beats and stuff, and I would sing on rap CDs that they used to the mixtapes. I would sing on those. I did not want stardom, and I had 2 opportunities to hit it big, and I turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you, you know what your soul wants.
Yes.
And as we know of today, of the things that are coming out of the closet, I'm so glad I took it.
Yes. So you were in the right place. Yeah, being the right
Because
place.
I've seen a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot. The work ethic. Music is just not singing la 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 and roses and sunshine. There's a business part of it. It's a business part. And there were certain things I didn't want to do. Now, I know I was in the off-Broadway circuit, and I was looking to go into the Broadway circuit, but they're like circles, like a clique and I didn't want to be a part of that during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I just wanted to be free. Like a butterfly. Sing here, sing there, come back home and teach.
Mm-hmm.
Because my thing was I wanted to be a teacher.
Yes.
So it wasn't for me to be the star, to be out in the front. So I produced the students in the school, because I taught for 17 years in Yonkers, public school and private.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put on production. I had chorus, and we did full production and a little bit of theater. So that was my joy. That was my love. Yeah. And even today, it's like, no, I'd really rather not go on tour or, stuff like that. But I would go for about a weekend and come back. How about that?
Right. I mean, it sounds like you've found like a perfect synergy with your talents and being in the right place to give them, and to also feel fortified and fulfilled through what you do. Some people get the fame and then realize afterwards that they don't want it. They have these opportunities and things, and as you said, you saw a lot, and the things that you saw guided you as to where you wanted to be. I always say sometimes the lesson is not for the person who's going through it, but for the person who's watching the lesson happen. Like, oh, this is what's going on. Do I want to be a part of that? This is a great example. Do I move forward in this direction or not? But you found a path that led you to use your talents in productive ways. And art is needed everywhere, right? I mean, to go and share the talent and tour, yes, is a beautiful thing. But where you're leaving, those people need art too, right? They need it too. So I want to ask, what brought you ladies down to South Florida?
What brought me?
Come on, Miss Brenda, what brought you down here?
Well, I've always wanted to be in the front. I don't care what girl group I was with when I was younger, I was in the front.
Yes.
But then I started working with, I was doing the club date, and then I worked with the Crystals.
Yes.
And I took Lisa Fisher's place. Lisa was leaving because Luther Vandross was looking for another girl that had that high notes.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa didn't do that, honey.
Yeah.
And so had the pleasure of meeting Lisa Fisher through that avenue of working with the Crystals, and then I got pregnant because I was married.
Yes. Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then, but prior to that, I had I was fortunate enough to work with Chaz Jingle. I was on his album, and Chaz wrote, and Quincy Jones did a remix of that and really made it popular. The Chaz Jingle is in Europe. Very famous in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Chaz.
Hi, Chaz.
And so, right? So I worked with Chaz, and then I was on Spring Records, and then I got pregnant, which is a good thing. But to the record company, it was kind of not a good thing and timing for them at the time. So it didn't work out well because I was not going to give up my child for a career.
Mm-hmm.
I was not going to do that. Yeah, so, that's right.
Please mention your single, My Heart's Not In It.
Yeah, My Heart's Not In It with Wave Records.
Okay.
You can find that anywhere, YouTube, Spotify, Brenda Jones. And then I was with Spring Records, and I had Say It Again, which was, they featured me on a group called Cinnamon. Cinnamon was a really popular group back in the late 80s, early 90s. And Tremaine, I think his name was Tremaine Stewart, I think. He did a remix of it. And my husband, to this day, believes that Tremaine Stewart took your vocals and put it on his song. Hey, that's a legend. You can't say he really did that. Wink, wink, wink. And then club dates for many, many years. Shout out to Current Affair, Stephen Scott Orchestra, Terry Robinson, rest in peace. And that's where I met Edlene Hart. And he worked with Jerry White. The Stephen Scott Orchestra, very, very popular club date band in New York City. And Edlene and I hit it off. And then we both were doing our own thing at the same time. And I had stopped singing just maybe 10 years ago. And I just, I feel like I've been doing it and living out of a suitcase. I don't want to do it anymore. Meanwhile, Edlene is here in New York. I'm here in Florida. She moved down to Florida doing her thing. Brother, you got to come to Florida? No. I'm babysitting my grandkids. And then my daughter packed up with her husband and brought the kids to Florida.
Okay.
And it was like, I missed the kids. So we packed up and we moved down to Florida, and he's like, oh, that's
what he alluded to say, I had a girl group since high school, doing the Pointer Sisters.
Okay.
And I got the flute and the chicken pox, so I missed the concert. and I orchestrated with my music teachers that show.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up starting another girl group with Brenda and another dear friend of us, rest in peace for Wondrous Hutchison, that also had a big head out. Everybody had a head out but me. And I left. And the reason why I came down here, well, first of all, it's too much snow. It snowed like for 7 days straight, and I had to keep shoveling out my car by myself.
Mm-hmm.
But Brenda and her husband were supposed to move down to Florida. Remember, to help us along. And I said, well, that's perfect, because I'm going too. So
Yes.
we were supposed to come down
Around the
together.
same time,
Yeah. And then that's when Ramenta got pregnant, and you stayed in New York, and I ended up coming down here by myself. But look what happened.
And look what happened.
I ended up here, and I'm continuing the girl group here in Florida. I'm just not calling it the New York Soul Sisters. It's Soultastic.
Soultastic, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that journey to how you got to South Florida. We're going to talk more about what you're doing here in South Florida right after we get back from this little itty bitty break.
All right.
To play that little snippet of I'm So Excited. It's one of my favorite Pointer Sister songs. I like that song that they do, and also I love the Salt Peanuts. The Salt Peanuts. Yeah. Salt Peanuts. Yeah. I love that song. It was one of my favorites when I was little. When my parents
have to throw that in.
threw it in there. Yeah, that's a classic song right there. Salt Peanuts. Salt Peanuts. Salt Peanuts. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun song.
Manhattan Transfer did it as well.
Yes, they did. They have a good version of it too, but I mean, come on, the Pointer Sisters. Come on.
Exactly.
You get those ladies on stage together, you see those sisters, you see that love, you see all of that excitement, just the joy of singing. I mean,
yeah, we really, really love it. I'm so glad that you can see that.
Yes.
That's coming through.
Yes.
It's natural. We love what we do.
Yes, definitely.
We love the Pointer Sisters.
And that video that I just found, that track that I just found, is on Edlene Hart Entertainment on YouTube. And also you can go to soultastic.net and you can see some of the work as well. If you'd like to book this group, please contact them on YouTube or on soultastic.net, so that you can have some live entertainment for your next party. I mean, it elevates the experience. Live entertainment elevates the experience. Now, we talked about the albums and the studio work, and but what is it, doing production work and putting things together, but what is it about being on stage live in front of an audience that intrigues you, that makes you want to do it again and again? What is it that made you know that this is what you wanted to do, to sing in front of people live?
Ooh, it's electrifying. Edlene and I are 2 days apart on the birthday.
Really?
Yeah, I'm July 12th, she's July 14th.
Wow.
Yeah, so our personalities and the different traits we have, we're people.
Mm-hmm.
We love people. We could be walking down the street, and Colet can attest to this. Many times I've done it. I could see someone, and just the hello would make me say something back, like, "Hi, I'm really concerned. I said, well, how are you? Like, I'm really concerned. It's a stranger. When Edlene is the same way, we love people. So being on stage, performing, first of all, we're doing something that we love. And then we're sharing that we believe that this gift came from God. We know that. This is a gift from God. So we're sharing this gift with other people, which gives us joy. And it just comes out on stage.
Yeah.
And who we are on stage is who we are off stage.
Yeah. Crazy, fun, loving.
Gotta have fun.
We're laughing all the time.
Yeah.
So we bring that energy to the stage.
Yes. Now you said it's electrifying. Have you had any experiences while performing live where you've seen people in the audience like transform? Because I always say that music is transformative. People can walk in a bad mood, listen to a song, and then instantly they're like joyful. You know, like through the journey of the song.
It seems like the majority of the time it is. I can remember one specific show. There was a lady in the audience, you know, when you're singing. Well, I would say club date singers. You find your signature song, like mine was I Will Survive and At Last.
Okay.
And I always, and Last Dance. And I did I Will Survive one day. And, you know, that's a group, you bring everybody in, the audience. You know, participation. And this woman just lost her husband. It was fresh. It was within that month, and she said, you don't know how you, like, saved me with this song. It gave me so much encouragement and joy, and you really don't think about it when you're singing. You just know you're making everybody happy because you're happy, but you never know what somebody is going through.
Yeah.
And it is a gift. It is.
It is.
I mean, it's no credit we can take for that because we know that God's ministering through anything. But it's just amazing how that happened.
I remember once a little girl, it was her bat mitzvah, right? The little girl?
That's it.
And her dad was a businessman, was never, ever home. Never home. And he was there for her party. And her and I, her mom wanted me to sing You Got a Friend with Her, duet. You got what a beautiful, sweet voice that little girl had, and the duet was just so perfect. Her dad cried like a baby. He didn't even realize his daughter could sing like that.
Wow, yeah.
He cried, and he brought me to the side, and he just put $100 in my hand. Oh, my goodness, thank you.
Yeah.
He said, thank you. He said, I didn't even know my daughter could sing like that, and you just brought it out, and I'm just, he was just bawling. I was like, oh, my God, you need to stay home.
You need to stay home, brother man. Yeah, get some more of that experience. Yeah.
Right, so it's things like that will come out of people. Music has a way of doing that. You know,
It really does.
It's the first they love, you know.
It really does. Yeah. It's amazing the way that music does that. It's just, I mean, it's like, what is it about music that, you know, I mean, the vibration of the sound, the way it gets into our ears, we're vibrating, we're resonating, you know, we're moving through life. And then,
saying, like, while the music is happening, while the show is going on, not just us, I mean around the world, while the music is going on, people of all colors, all race, ethnicities are able to get together, and then because of the love of music, and then when it's over, we go our separate ways, and then it's like you feel hatred.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
You know?
You don't stay within your music.
I thought you were going to say that the love stays with you.
Individually, but I mean for, you know, a whole.
Yeah.
True.
You know, just, we go our separate ways, and people are, like, so hateful and mean, and mean-spirited and don't want you as neighbors, all those kind of things.
Or there's some people that, music is a mood changer.
Right. Yeah.
Because if I put on a certain type of rock, I'm in that erratic type of thing. Like, oh, I want to speed and I want to.
Right.
So if people, it's like maybe they like that type of music was like that. And they're not going to be loving.
Right.
So I guess that's your personality, what you gravitate to.
Right. Music is very, it has its emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I keep in a certain genre to keep my peace.
Yeah.
Anything outside of that is like, no. Because it changes my whole persona, like my whole spiritual realm.
Yeah. And
I don't want, that feeling.
And it takes something to realize that, right? I mean, like when I was younger, I used to watch a lot of horror movies. Okay, horror movies. Yeah, I used to be really into it. I'm into a good horror movie every so often now, but more like a more psychological type of horror for me now. But I'm really not like the blood and the gore and all that stuff that when I was younger, feeding that into my system. I then had to take a step back and say, I don't want to put this in my system anymore because I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that horror movie in real life, kind of, because I've attuned my barometer to that, to that's entertaining, but it's not, I no longer find it entertaining. I do find some artistic value in some of the screamer films, but to elevate to something else.
Like Sinners?
Right, definitely Sinners, come on. Yeah, that was a beautiful piece of work right there. It had everything in it. It had, goodness. Sinners had history. I mean, not necessarily like an accurate telling a particular person's history, but different components of history thrown into it to make a true, to make a true to life type of experience for us to see what could have been back in the day, and I love the, just talking about Sinners and the music, the juke joint scenes there, with Buddy Johnson there, to show that type of community, that type of environment, that type of place where people just go and they sit there, whether they're going to get up and dance or whether they're going to sit at a table and watch other people dance, whether they're going to sit and nurse their drink, whether they're going to sit there and wait for conversation. But that type of place where people just come together and gather and listen to the music and have conversations. It was a beautiful to capture. Yeah.
They had no outlet.
Yeah, they had no outlet.
It was time for them to come together to just relax and have peace within themselves.
Definitely.
Amongst themselves.
A lot of people feel that now that they don't have that since COVID, since the pandemic. A lot of places have closed. The new normal of life. What do we do now? Do we go to this place and listen to music? There are several live music venues that are still thriving here in South Florida. But, people going out to these venues and keeping them alive, we need that. We need that. I feel that communities need it, communities need it.
Absolutely.
Like we have a Walgreens on every 5 blocks or so, every 7 blocks or so. In my opinion,
they could take one away and put a club.
We should have an artistic venue there. Yeah, like every 5 blocks to me, because that's the prescription that I need in my life. I need that art in my life to uplift me and help me, remind me of the humanity of people. Like you say, people go to something, they sit there in the room, they're all together, they're vibing together, and then they leave and they hate each other. They start thinking about all the stuff that they hate again, instead of remembering the love and the unification that they have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we need music playing together in the world. Good music. Good uplifting music. Just play it in the air.
Good uplifting music.
Music in the air.
Now, you've performed all over the world, ladies. You've performed all over the planet. You've traveled, you've toured, you've performed all over. You've made albums. You've performed in New York, which is the pinnacle of performance in the United States. What? Born and raised, yeah. But here you are in South Florida making this art happen here. What is it about Florida that you find unique with our South Florida audiences?
So I'm new to the game, so Edlene has that experience. It's a different it's a world down here.
It's different. It's way different.
It's really different. And I know people, I know they don't like when you say that, but coming from New York, that is such an electric, the tri-state area is something to behold, and there's no place like it. Mm-hmm. And performing with other musicians and our audiences, people are captivated. And they come out and they want to hear your music, and it doesn't matter what type of music it is, you always have a whole lot of people. We have the blues, we have jazz, we have R&B, we have classic rock, we have opera, the whole spectrum, all different types of sects within those genres. You find it, and it's normal, and the musicianship is top notch. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When down here, it's like, well, I love jazz and I do jazz, and it's a very small circle.
It's a very small circle down here, yeah.
Yes, and it's more vibrant in Miami. So you're in the right place, because Miami is like a little mecca of New York. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's flavorful down there. Mm-hmm. It pops up. I used to sing in Miami at Caroline's every Friday.
Oh, okay. In downtown.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I loved it. Now, that's the thing I can say. And I love everything about Florida, so it's not like I'm doing a thing. But it's like very closed off. People don't know a lot of genres down here. Mm-hmm. It's very close. Like either you do blues, or you do country, or you do rock. And it's down in Miami, boy, that Latin music is popping.
Yeah, it is. New York. So many different rhythms down here, yeah.
Yes, but here in Palm Beach, it's like very laid back. Mm-hmm. You don't get that electricity here. And it's not really an open thing for R&B and soul here. It's very hard to get people to come and support certain things. So it's just like with the Pointer Sisters. So people are like, the Pointer Sisters, why would you do the Pointer Sisters? Or, because it's
good music.
Yeah, first of all, right. Yeah, but if it's not what their music, like back in the day, perfect example. If you go to New York, you hear all of the songs. You used to know Peg from Steely Dan and Michael McDonald's music. You would know the Temptations. You would know all types of yes.
We just knew everything.
But here, it was a very small sect of music that they would listen to. Mm-hmm. And they didn't get those type of songs. They were always behind whatever we had. Mm-hmm. So I don't fault them. It's just the area and what they like. This is what they like. So you have to find your way in there. But I know I love singing outdoors.
Okay.
So singing at the Tiki Market. Well, I don't know if you call it the Tiki Market. Like where it looks like you're on a beach with the thing.
Yeah, the little tiki hut.
And you have the water. I love that. And people, usually when you get started, they love anything that you do. Like when I do my group Sun, Moon, and Star, where we do all the songs that I was just mentioning, like yacht music or whatever. They love it. They love soul music. Everybody loves soul music. Oh, I love that, right? They love soul. If you do Aretha Franklin, hands down, everybody's going to want to hear it.
They know the popular stuff. Maybe they don't think that the Pointer Sisters are popular enough. They don't know that they are.
Until you do it.
I know that song.
I love that song. Yeah, they go into that. Yeah. So,
yeah. But we have to put the Pointer Sisters on the map out here because they deserve it.
They do deserve it.
Yes, they do. They absolutely do. They are legendary. They're icons. They show strength. With that sisterhood is something to behold. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And how Ruth brought in her family, her daughter and her granddaughter, into the family legacy. I think that's beautiful. And, you know, it's like, because everything is Motown, basically. Down here, like 15 different Motown groups. Wow, yeah. And I salute you all. I love you all. You're fantastic. But that's, if they can listen, I think they can listen to Motown forever.
Forever.
And not want to hear anything else. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like, okay, so I'm coming in and I'm trying to make a lane for different things. Like now I have another show after the Pointer Sisters where I do the Women in Soul, like Anita Baker, Diana Ross, Gladys Knight, Dionne Warwick.
Oh, yes.
There's a fifth one. I can't think of the fifth one. Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan, yes. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Yes.
So, you know, I hope that works.
Yeah.
And I think that'll work. Because I'm trying to pick people that you don't always hear all the time, like the norm. Everybody know, oh, you do Aretha Franklin. Oh, you do. But who does Gladys Knight or Nellie Cole?
Yeah, Gladys Knight or Nellie Cole.
You gotta do it.
Love them, love them. And I have to read this comment that my friend, my good friend Lowell, he's a playwright, educator, scholar. He said, remember that Palm Beach is not one of the woke places in Florida. So, and Palm Beach kind of prides itself on not being a woke city. And he actually said that maybe your next performance, you should invite certain politicians to come see your show. Maybe it'll help them find some joy.
Yeah.
Help them find some joy. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta forgive us, Carey, because you'll say a word and we'll think of a song.
I understand that, but that's who you are. You're musical people, you know.
Yeah.
You are musical people, and it's amazing and beautiful that you found each other. That you found each other so young, you know, and that you are able to work together and create art and share that art with people and provide joy through your experiences, through performing. Yeah. And you're giving joy. You're also receiving joy. You know, it's beautiful. I think that I love that the two of you are able to work together for such a long time, to have such a long relationship where you support each other and continue, you know, and as I said earlier, you witness each other. You witness each other's experience. You witness each other's lives. You're there together to witness each other. And that's a super, super important thing to have witnesses.
Absolutely.
We are also...
I think, too, now, it's like that third girl is very important. That third girl in this group is very important.
Mm-hmm.
We have to click. We have to vibe. We have to be on the same accord. You know. But thank God we haven't met anybody that substance abuse or drinking, smoking. Thank God we don't have any of that. But I'm just saying that will not be allowed. We don't want any of that around us. We want pure, natural, loving, fun vibe.
Yeah.
You don't need to get high to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we don't have a little drink on the side and we go out, a little pina colada. You got to drink on the side, too. You got to drink. I know you got to drink on the side.
You ladies.
Are you familiar with that song, Carey?
No, I'm not. But I just was like, how did you all just like both? What you said one and then she said the other, and then you all start tuning in together. I mean, come on, that's a perfect synergy.
That's the old Pointer Sisters song, but then you got a chick on the side. You got to look that one up.
I have to look that up. Yes.
Yeah. Funky. It's funky.
Okay.
We singing on one of our video tapes. Where we just do a meet and greet with Soultastic.
Right.
And we do certain songs that I pulled out of the show because we had to condense the show. So I took out those, a couple of songs, and we have it on there. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, I want to briefly talk about arts education. Because in Florida, that we've had a lot of cuts to the arts, to public arts, and also to arts funding, and to the arts in schools. We have a lot of cuts that have happened in Florida in the public sector of education.
Very sad.
So I just wanted to find out, as an educator, as an artist, as a singer, as a teacher, how do you feel about the current state of the arts in the educational system in Florida right now?
It's a travesty everywhere. And they started with taking music out of the schools in urban areas years ago, and that's where we came up with rap. So we're a resilient people, even though they keep taking things out. Anytime it's like a touch of getting in touch with your emotions spiritually, an outlet to express your feelings, even if you're not an artist, you still benefit from expressing yourself through drawing and painting and singing and dancing. It's all an outlet to our spirituality. And I feel that, there's a bureaucracy that knows this, and there's the stopples to it. And everything is very computerized and cold and I don't know what you call it, but maybe they want to make us robots. I don't know. Because in my program, in the summer program that I have with the kids, like it's 8 weeks, I'm implementing them to paint outdoors. They have to be in nature, not inside. You don't touch your cell phone. You don't do any of that. And you listen to jazz music or any type of music that I'm playing outdoors, and let them create and have an easel and have. It's also sensory, touching the paint brushes and using what and critical thinking. What colors should I put together and what blends together? And the music, again, it affects how you feel, and it will come out on the canvas. That's touching your imagination. So I'm very disappointed in our politics here.
Yeah, then the ones who are making those decisions obviously are not artistic in any way. So there's no way you can have any form of art, artistic in your body, in your blood, to say, oh, let's just take music out. Oh, let's just take drawing out. Who would do that?
Yeah.
For the kids.
Yeah, and you don't have to be a musician. You don't even have to be an artist, so to speak, as drawing. You don't have to do that. But even a parent who can see how their child is thriving because they're in an art class, because they're in a drama class, they're singing and music in their class. The parent can see how important that is to have music or some kind of art involved in your child's life.
Definitely.
You must be a stone rock.
Yeah.
Check that out. Cool.
Yeah, but do you remember back in the day, you would have, I don't know what you call it. What do you call it when you learn, like, life skills?
Yeah, the life skills.
Life skills in school called home something or well
Home economics.
Home economics.
You learn how to cook,
Right.
those, and you do artwork, well not artwork, but you would do like wood.
Right. For the boys.
Woodwork, crocheting, stuff like
Well,
that.
we all had to do that. We had to.
Everybody had to do it.
Plastic, you would make exactly, Carey. And the ashtrays out of plastic.
Right.
We learned how to do the California, what do you call it? The case where you do printing. Remember they had a printing press years ago. So when you did the paper, you would have to know how to put those iron letters
Oh, the lettering.
in certain areas.
Mhm.
Yes, and I was going to get so we had life skills in school to help, and automobile shop.
Right.
The kids
Wood shop.
figure out wood shop. That was the one with the wood. I was trying to figure out how to call it. Yeah, wood shop, the plastic shop. So all of those things are instrumental in a child's life and growing and figuring out, is this what I want to do? Is that, can I find a way how to make support myself in life doing this? Or even the thought of just doing it, it broadens your mind.
Right. We introduced it to them, and like you never know where it would take them. You never know what would click.
Never know. You never know. Yeah, you never know.
Horrible.
Yeah.
And it's all gone.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it started back then. They took all that out, and now they're taking art out.
Now they're taking art out.
So what are you going to do? You're going to shut down the Louvre? Are you going to shut down the Met?
Well, I think this is a good place to stop. I think we're getting a little political, but the hour is gone. It's 10:33. I'm over my time. But we're still here talking live on the radio. But I want to thank you so much for being here with me, dynamic duo, Edlene Hart Entertainment, the founder of the Soultastic Pointer Sisters tribute group, Edlene Hart and Miss Brenda Jones here with me today. Thank you so much for talking with me about the importance of art. Go to soultastic.net, go to Edlene Hart Entertainment on YouTube, look up Brenda Jones on YouTube, listen to those albums, book them, get some live entertainment, get your art on, enhance your life, enliven yourself, lively up yourself and live your life. And most of all, share love. I love you. And share love. I love you. And I hope you have an absolutely incredible, wonderful day. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. You're beautiful. Thank you. Bye-bye. Beautiful day.
Thank you so much for joining us today here on South Florida Arts Education and You, where we talk about South Florida arts education.
And you.
And you can join us weekly here on AM 1490 WMBM. It's been my pleasure to spend this hour with you. This hour has been brought to you by C. Brian Hart Insurance, a representative of Travelers Insurance. See you next week.